Hi, I'm Pete with FoamFit Tools, and today I have some organizers that we make for these three Quinn sets. So this is the 83-piece half-drive master socket set, the 72-piece 3/8 drive set, and the 54-piece quarter drive set. And we have an organizer for each of these, and then we have some different combinations to show you as well. My first organizer fits all three sets in one drawer. This drawer is 37 1/8 by 19 3/8. That's the top drawer of a 42-inch US General Series 3 roll cab. If you have one of the bigger US General roll cabs like the 56 or 72, this is going to fit in your drawer. You're just going to have a little bit of extra space alongside of it. Now you can see we've got quite a bit of space in the back here. This is trimmable to fit other toolboxes. So we see a lot of boxes that are 17 to 18 inches deep. So that should be fine. But you do have to trim them to fit. The other thing that you have to be careful of, the sockets, the half drive deep sockets are about 3 inches long, and we've got them standing up. There's about 1/4 inch of foam underneath that socket, and you want a little air gap over the top. So 3.5 is about the minimum height for this. Now most roll cabs, that top drawer is going to be 4 to 5 inches, so it works pretty good in most toolboxes. Just things to check if you're planning out how you want to do your box. Now let's talk a little bit about what's in these sets. So we've got metric on this side, metric and SAE on this side. And then we've got some drive tools. So the ratchets in these three sets are a little different. So this is the ratchet from the 428-piece Quinn set. You can see the ratchet from the 83-piece set is a bigger ratchet. Now it's a 72-piece ratchet in the 428-piece and a 90-tooth ratchet in these organizers. So a very fine arc swing. The other thing you can see, instead of having a quick release button, the back is more closed off. They advertise this as a sealed ratchet, and I took the snap ring out just so I could show you. I think I can show it. There's a little O-ring inside here, but the cover plate doesn't really have a seal on it. So, it definitely is going to keep dirt from infiltrating through there. And of course, the back is mostly closed, so it is sealed. But if you drop this in the lake, which I have done, you probably want to take it apart and grease it. I do think it's easy to take apart. It's just one snap ring, so just pop the snap ring out, take the plate off, dry the parts, and grease it and put it back together. So they advertise it as a sealed ratchet. I guess it's more or less sealed. One thing you can see though is that head is quite a bit larger. If you compare it to other brands, they did get the height down. So this is my Snap-on S80 ratchet, my half drive Snap-on. And you can see the Quinn ratchet is quite a bit thinner. They tend to compare themselves to Tecton. I grabbed a Tecton ratchet, although I don't have the closed one. I've just got a quick release ratchet from Tecton. So you can see the Quinn head is quite a bit wider. But it's they did get that height down, so that's kind of nice. Other drive tools, they've got 3 universals, 1/4, 3/8, and half. I've got quite a few extensions. They include a spinner handle, and I like when the spinner handle has the ability to be driven with a ratchet, so you can spin it faster down, use it like a screwdriver, but you can also put a ratchet on it. So it's really an extra extension. And then, of course, they've got a half drive breaker bar. All the sockets are 6-point, and they've got a pretty good range on here. So from the metric side, they start at 4mm, 4 to 14, and then I believe the 3/8 drive is 6 to 24. And then the half drive, and this is what I like most, I think, about this set. It goes from 10mm all the way to 32. On the metric side, on the SAE side, they go to 1 5/16 inches. So if you're comparing this to the Quinn 428-piece set, there's a couple advantages here. You get the 90-tooth ratchet, you get a wider range of sizes of sockets, and The other thing that's kind of nice is you can kind of build your set over time. So, they're selling this as a quarter drive, a 3/8, and a half. To really compare to the 428 piece set, you're also going to want the bit socket set, which we've covered in another video. So hex bit and Torx bit sockets, some of those things. The 428 piece set also has wrenches in it though. So for about the same price, you get wrenches with that 428 piece set. Where here you get a little bit more sockets, a little nicer ratchets, and that's kind of the main differences. This layout fits all the tools from the Quinn 83-piece half drive set. So we've got the half drive ratchet, 2 extensions, half drive breaker bar, and the universal joint. The sockets go from 3/8 to 1 5/16. On the metric side, it goes from 10 millimeter all the way to 32 millimeter. And you can see we've spread the rows out a little bit so we could add a laser mark. And that's a permanent mark done on our CO2 laser, so that won't rub off. Now, this is sized 22 1/4 by 19 3/8, which is US General drawer size. That'd be like a 27-inch US General or one of the banks in a 42-inch US General box. We have another layout, very similar, same tools. This one, what you can see is we've taken off the laser marking, we've alternated the rows and curved them around to get it as compact as possible. So this one's trimmable to fit smaller drawers. So if you have an older, maybe a Craftsman top chest or something along those lines, this can be trimmed small enough to fit in a little bit smaller of a toolbox. This layout fits all the tools in the 72-piece Quinn 3/8 drive set, and this one fits all the tools in the 54-piece quarter drive set. Now these aren't designed to fit any particular toolbox drawer. It's meant to be trimmed to whatever the front to back dimension is in your toolbox, and you can put those side by side in a larger drawer, or if you have a narrow bank of drawers, what we've done is we've got the 3/8 drive, which takes a little bit more height, and we've tipped down the deep sockets in the quarter drive set so that if you don't have a lot of drawers with more height, this will work in just about any height drawer. The blue-yellow color combination is bright. It's popular with our aerospace mechanics, and it makes it really easy to spot what's missing. But if you work on dirtier equipment, I might recommend a different color just because that yellow does show dirt more. This layout fits all the tools from the 54-piece quarter drive set and the 72-piece 3/8 drive set. We've got the drive tools in front, so a 3/8 ratchet, quarter ratchet, here's the SAE sockets, and then the metric sockets. So this is sized 22 1/4 wide by 19 3/8. That's a drawer size from a 27 or 42-inch US General Series 3 box. If you've got a smaller toolbox, we have another layout with the same tools in it. What we've done is taken out the laser marking. We've really compacted everything as close as we can get it. So this is trimmable to fit a variety of drawers, a little bit smaller than that layout with the laser marking. I'll put the part numbers for all these layouts in the comments below. You can go to FoamFit Tools and you can search by part number, or you can also just click on Tool Organizers. That'll show you everything that we make. If you click the Quinn filter button, that'll help because it'll filter it down to show you just what we make for Quinn. So far we've done the 428-piece Quinn set, which is kind of a standalone, and then we've done all of the master sets. So we've done these 3 socket sets. We've also done an organizer and a video that goes for the hex and Torx bit socket set, and then there's a third video we've done for impact sockets. So let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Throw it in the comments below. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out. We like talking about tool organization. And if you click subscribe, and you can see other videos that we come out with in the future. I'm sure we'll do more for Quinn, and we'll do other tool brands as well. So thanks for watching.